The US is fulfilling yet another wish of Ukrainian president by sending cluster munitions. Moscow taunted Washington by saying that the move shows its desperation. But it is US President Joe Biden's Western allies who are at unease with this very decision. These munitions are prohibited by more than 100 countries. But Ukraine has a different theory. It says that the decision would have an extraordinary psycho-emotional impact on the Russian forces. But what about the devastating impact that poses danger for decades? Washington laid out the case for providing cluster munitions to Ukraine ahead of an expected Pentagon announcement. Take a listen.
Ukraine would not be using these munitions in some foreign land. This is their country they're defending. These are their citizens they're protecting. And they are motivated to use any weapon system they have in a way that minimizes risks to those citizens.
Now, the cluster munitions typically release large numbers of smaller bomblets that can kill indiscriminately over a wide area. And that is why many countries have responded against using them. The Spanish defense minister said that the cluster bombs should not be sent to help Ukraine. Meanwhile, UK Prime Minister Rishi Sunak has also opposed the move, saying that UK is a signatory to a convention which prohibits the production or use of cluster munitions and discourages their use. Germany has expressed its opposition to the US sending cluster munitions to Ukraine. Canada is against the use of cluster munitions, that Washington reiterating a commitment to the Oslo Agreement that bans the controversial weapon. Now, Russia, Ukraine and the United States of America have not signed onto the convention which bans production, stockpiling, use and transfer of the weapons, while Zelensky has been asking for the cluster bombs for a long time now. But experts say that it is not going to be a game changer for Kiev as it tries to push back the Russian forces.
There's no such thing as a game-changing weapon. We keep hoping that there's some munition or some weapon that we can provide the Ukrainians that will produce victory. You hear that back when there were discussions on Patriot, when there were discussions about tanks, and discussions about F-16s, and now cluster munitions. On the other hand, all of these weapons are useful. They're all effective on the battlefield. They will all help Ukraine in its struggle, but no single weapon is going to produce victory.
The human rights groups have also come out strongly against the United States providing the munitions to Ukraine. Human Rights Watch says that transferring these weapons would inevitably cause a long-term suffering for the civilians. UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres has also opposed the move, with a spokesperson saying he does not want there to be continued use of cluster munitions on the battlefield. Russia, however, has responded saying that the US cluster bombs for Ukraine shows its weakness.